Hello fellow humans! I hope you're all doing really well today. I haven't seen you for a little while. I look like the Cowardly Lion today, don't I, with my headband on. I've only been up about an hour. It's a Sunday morning and I thought, right, I need to get my makeup on. Me and the boys are going out. What I eat in a day. I have been on Weight Watchers now for over a year. Probably about a year and 4 months now. Back on my channel you'll be able to see that I have some informational videos about Weight Watchers if you're just getting started. I know that this time of year after Easter is a big time for joining Weight Watchers, I think, because I always feel a little bit more motivated after Easter has been. There's been quite a lot of indulgence. In my family we have a lot of parties and things around Easter, of time off work. So the kids are going back to school and just getting back into routine, back into normal. A little bit about my Weight Watchers journey is leading up to Christmas. I was on a roll, I was doing great. I lost about 1.5 stone in weight. However, then I went on holiday. Well, if you've seen this channel before and you've seen my travel vlogs, I ate a lot on holiday. About £9 back on over Christmas, holiday. That was sort of February sort of time. And then since then, I've just been in a holding pattern. I've neither gone up nor down. I'll sort of lose £2, gain £2, lose £2. Be great at maintaining. When I get to my goal, I'll be great at maintaining. I think with Easter coming, it gives you that little bit of more of an oomph. I can sort of tell I've put a little bit on, so I can sort of see around here a little bit, tops of my arms a little bit. I tend to carry my weight at the top. I was exercising a lot before Christmas as well, and we've had a lot of life changes. So we've jumped in on holiday, which is lovely. We've moved house, which is also lovely, and we've had some changes at work as well. So been a lot going on and I haven't had a chance to focus on it. Issue with the maintaining is that I probably eat quite a lot of healthy meals, but also probably my snacks of being a little bit on the less healthy side. So I'm going to tighten that up a little bit. That's my plan. I hope you're all getting on okay on your plans. I know I haven't spoken to you for quite some time because on this channel there's been travel vlogs, and in the meantime of those travel vlogs going up, they were over Christmas. So we got back in January. It was my 40th birthday in March. So now I'm 40 years old, looking very much wiser for it. For my 40th, me and Paul went to Disneyland Paris for 3 nights without the boys. I did film some of that and I am going to put that up, but I'm going to put that up a little bit later as we've just had a lot of travel vlogs. It's nice just to check in with everybody. We're in the new house now, so I'm going to probably be in a different room, I think, every time I film. I'm going to go around the house, see where's best to film. This is my walk-in wardrobe area. So the doors haven't come for the cabinets yet. I did say last week actually this would be a plain backdrop, but it won't because these will all be mirrored. I don't know, you'll be able to see the camera reflected, so maybe this isn't going to be the best place for filming, I'm not sure. As we're doing different things around the house, I'll take you with us. You can have a little look. It's all coming together now. We have no couch and we have no cooker. So at the moment all my food is being prepared in the air fryer and the microwave. So I'm having to get a little bit creative with some things that we're cooking at the moment. I will show you what I eat today. Me and the boys are heading over to the arcade club. The weather isn't great today, so the arcade club is where you pay to get in and all the arcade machines are free. So we're going doing that today. I'm probably going to have some yogurt, some collagen, some fruits for my breakfast. With a bit of almond butter or peanut butter. That tends to be a good staple for me for my breakfast. I have that a lot. I love nut butter, the coldness of the yogurt. I like the sweetness of the fruits. That's always a winner for me. For lunch, I'm planning on having that when I come back from the arcade club, so it would be a late lunch. Tuna and some veggies, some light mayonnaise, and popping it with a sprinkle of half-fat cheese on top and baking that and having it with some veggies. So as you would probably have like cheese and tuna in a jacket, sort of getting rid of the jacket bit and just having some veggies, some cheese, some tuna, but the mayo and the veggies will be a crunch, the mayo will make it a little bit more unctuous, and I love cheese. If you know anything about me, I love cheese. If you want something good, just put a load of cheese on it. That's my philosophy. I actually get the half fat cheddar now from Asda, and I really like that. Sometimes I'll have regular cheese, but if it's a day to day and I'm trying to make it lower points, I'll have the half fat cheddar. And then for tea, I'm making a butter chicken curry in the slow cooker. So we're going to do that now before we go out. So the yogurt and the butter chicken I'm going to make now. I'm going to have rice with it. Now I know rice can be quite high point, so I've had to buy the microwavable bags. I've no hob. I'm opting to have it with rice night. I tell you what would be nice with it. Some wedges, so you could make your own potato wedges and spray them with Fry Light, and they will be delicious. I'm going to get my makeup on now. I will be looking a little bit better next time you see me. I washed my hair yesterday, and usually I would curl my hair. It's a bit fuzzy, but I'm going to the hairdressers a day after tomorrow. Go and do something with it, and then tomorrow for work I could have it up. Okay guys, I will check back in with you later. All done, put a bit of makeup on. Hoping this will keep me a little bit accountable. I want to be losing again now for sure. I realised actually, as I was just putting my makeup on then, that 1.5 stone might not mean anything to people who are watching in America. So that'd be 14 plus 7, 21. I'm just like, yeah, you work in accounts, you should be able to do 14 plus 7. 21 pounds. Like I say, 9 of that, I would say, I've put back on. So I'm needing a bit of help here now, guys. I need to be held accountable. I'm hoping that on our journey we can be losing this together. I was only £5 off my goal weight before Christmas. So, and that's not that long ago. So I'm hoping we can get back to it now. I've been growing my nails as well, guys, since you've been away. So I've had my nails off, and these are now my regular nails. They were down to the wick because I'd had acrylic on. However, now she's painting them with some really hard stuff, and I'm trying to grow my own. So we've got a nice chocolate colour there. Chocolate on the nails, not in the mouth. Alright guys, go downstairs. I'm going to see if that chicken's ready. Actually, I only just took it out the freezer. Let's go. Do you want to come with me? I can bring you with me. Off we go. So I've had a look at the butter chicken recipe. I actually got it out of this Feel Good Food old Weight Watchers cookbook. I know they don't do the Weight Watchers cookbooks anymore. Everything's on the app. I'm really sorry if you can hear that noise. That's Malcolm. And he's doing a really good job, so I can't stop him. He hoovers this floor. I'll show him you when he comes back round. So it looks really great. I'm gonna try this tonight. It takes an hour and a half, so I'm not gonna cook it now, because as you can see, my chicken breasts are hard and solid. I didn't get them out in time. So when I get back from the arcade with the boys, I'm gonna start on that then. Yesterday, we actually went to Ripley's, believe it or not, and there were some great facts there. So, for your entertainment, a very small amount of facts from Ripley's, believe it or not, and then I'm gonna catch up back here with you. I think that will be more interesting than joining us at the arcade. Enjoy these facts. Every day is a school day. Here's Malcolm, busy at work. So he hoovers and he mops. He takes his mop pads off before he would hoover the rug. The rug isn't yet down because we have no sofa. So all that side of the room is still a work in progress. I was asked what it was like outside. So this is our garden, and we've had that turf put down and a small wall, and then out into the field. This is Ripley's, believe it or not, and we've got some little painted popcorn there, and then this sculpture made out of chewed gum. Now you would never think that was gum, would you? Barnum, who featured in The World's Greatest Showman, he said that this was a real mermaid, but then when he got very old, he did admit that it was a monkey fused with a fish. This rooster laid an egg. It had to go to court because they said it was a witch. This rooster, it was witchcraft, and he was publicly burnt at the stake. Poor rooster. There's Laurie with a robot made out of car parts, and then this human hair wreath. So if you were living in Victorian times, they made a wreath out of your human hair and laid it on the coffin. If you're looking at this white spot in the middle now, are those circles moving? I think it worked better in real life than it did on the camera. Portrait of Princess Diana made out of lint that you would find in your belly button or your hoover, presume. In China, they break the feet 3 years old if they were wealthy, and then they would make the toes touch the heels. Oh, it sounds so horrible and cruel. And then they would not be able to walk properly, and they had to be kept by somebody very wealthy for the rest of their life. Here we've got a picture of the popcorn that we saw earlier on that had been painted. I love that, it's so cool. And I am not apparently the smallest woman, this lady was, and this is the tallest man on record. And Laurie was the same height as the world's tallest man when the world's tallest man was 5 years old. In this tribe, they add a ring every year to your neck. So you start with 5 and you end up with 25 until your neck is fully elongated. It does make you feel really odd, doesn't it?
It makes you feel like you're turning, like I feel like I'm turning this way.
You move him.
Yeah.
Wow. Go. If you look at that thing there, it does make you feel really.
Yeah, it does.
We are back. Did you enjoy the facts? Weird and wonderful facts. So I'm going to put some jalapenos on top of this cheesy tuna bake now, because I like a bit of spice with my cheese. I love that melted cheese, stringy melted cheese with some spice. So I'm going to pop some jalapenos on this, and then I've got to put it in the microwave. I would regularly probably put that under the grill, but we don't have one. So top in my bake with a little bit of spice with the jalapenos. Jalapenos are 0 when they're in brine. So half of this casserole dish was 4 points. Then I popped it with some cooked veg, and I did melt a teaspoon of flora over the top of my veg. So altogether this meal was 5 points. almost ready now to start this butter curry. It takes 1.5 hours in the slow cooker. I have used the Weight Watcher recipe as a base, and then I've subbed quite a few things. So I've changed a few things, some things I didn't have, and some things I just wanted to change anyway for my personal preference. So I'll go through what is gonna go into this butter chicken. I have 2 large chicken breasts there. It does call for 4. I am not a big fan of chicken, you probably know this about me. So I have subbed it with something else that is also 0 point, which I do like. Chickpeas. And when I'm putting these onto the plate, I'll give myself more chickpeas and pour a little bit more chicken. And I'll sort of like, I'll sort of work around that chicken because it's not my favourite. But I do love chickpeas, so I'm gonna bulk it out. This butter chicken recipe serves 4. So instead of putting another 2 chicken breasts, I'm gonna put a tin of chickpeas. I was gonna put a cauliflower head, but I went with the chickpeas. I thought they'll be a little bit more filling, and I don't know how the cauliflower head would get on in the slow cooker. So we're going for these. And to flavour our curry, our butter chicken, I've got some lazy garlic, some garam masala, some turmeric, some coriander, some ground ginger, an onion is also gonna go in there, and we're gonna cook with a little bit of flora as well to give it that sort of buttery taste that a butter chicken deserves. A large bottle of passata, which will go in there. That is also 0 points, that's just strained tomatoes. And then when it's all bubbling away, I will season. I haven't got a hob, so I've subbed out the brown rice that was in the recipe for a pack of this basmati. If I have half of this pack, it says it serves 3, but if I have half of this pack, I can still keep the points to 8 points for the butter chicken and half a pack of this rice together. Then at the end, I'm gonna put 100 millilitres of this Elmlea, is that how you say it, Elmlea? Elmlea, I think it is, isn't it? Cream malt, single cream alternative, to make it very creamy and lovely. The recipe called for low fat coconut milk. For 100 millilitres of this to half a can of coconut milk, it was similar sort of points. I think I prefer this, but I didn't have the coconut milk anyway, so you could do either or. It has to be the light coconut milk though, guys, because that full fat coconut milk, wow, is that a lot of points. That has got me before. So I'm just gonna finish prepping my lunch for tomorrow. I'll show you that. This is what I prepped. So this is the tuna mixture. I've just eaten this now. It was yummy. Didn't need any salt or anything because the jalapenos were in brine and the tuna was in brine. It was really tasty. And I did melt a teaspoon of flora butter on there as well, as I had for my lunch. And then in this little part here of my container, I just got these little containers and they're glass from Temu. How cute is that? I ordered those. I don't really buy much off Temu, but these, I thought these will be great. I did want some sort of glass containers, because I know if you're keeping things in plastic, they are not great for putting in the microwave, although I won't be putting this in the microwave, but not great for putting in the microwave, and the colours leached. However, when they came, the lids are plastic, so you'd hand wash that, I suppose. I've put some cucumber sticks in there. I've got some hummus, just ready-made hummus from the supermarket, so I'm going to take that to work tomorrow. So I'll have these at my desk, and I will dip my cucumber sticks in some yummy red pepper hummus. So that there is 5 points. On to the butter chicken. So I started by chopping my onion, and I fried this. I should have fried it in a frying pan with the garlic to make it nice and soft. What am I gonna say, guys? You know what I'm gonna say. I don't have a hob, so I had to put this in the slow cooker. Now I left this in the slow cooker for 20 minutes to try and roast off a little bit before I added anything else. It didn't really work. I think that it needs a higher heat, but needs must at the moment. Then I added my flora to these onions and garlic,
So I added 2 teaspoons of the flora, and then I added half a teaspoon of the ginger, half a teaspoon of the ground coriander, half a teaspoon of turmeric, and gave that a good stir until all the onions were coated in the spices. Again, much better if you could do this in a frying pan, it'd just release all those flavours. So I would fry these and then I would add it to your slow cooker. Then I chopped my 2 chicken breasts and added to the slow cooker. I did this with some scissors. I then added 3 heaped teaspoons of the garam masala. I just picked my garam masala up at the supermarket, which is just a mixture of spices, and I coated the chicken and the onions in that mixture. Now, my opinion on this recipe is that it was very nice, however it needed a lot of seasoning, and it probably would have been a little bit tastier with the coconut milk. So I would use that half a can of light coconut milk if you have it. And also add a stock cube to this dish, just to thicken the sauce up a little bit and to give it a little bit more salt and flavour. So you could add a chicken stock cube or a vegetable stock cube, and I think that would really enhance the flavour of the dish. I did leave the spices with the chicken and the onions for about 10 minutes before I added my tin of chickpeas, and then I added my passata. I gave it a good stir and then lid on. I left for an hour and a half, and then I added my 100 millilitres of Elmley cream alternative and seasoned, and we were ready to go. I did put the lid back on. It was all cooked, but I did put it back on just to warm it through as the cream brought the temperature down. This is the finished dish. I had 5 points worth of rice and 3 points worth of curry. I actually used the curry to stuff some pita breads later in the week to take to work with me.
The curries are made, we're going to eat these. I've had to put a jumper on, it's chilly. It's blowing a gale here. I'm going to wrap the rest of that up. It says 4, so I'm going to pop the rest of that in the fridge. We split that rice between us. I've had slightly a smaller portion, but I'm still going to say that's 8 points. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you again next week. Bye bye.